Now on 767 News, Government of Dominica reiterates plans for the development of the Kalinago people. President of the National Council of Women concerned at the rate of abuse against women. National Youth Rally speakers encourages young people to be pure in heart. In sports, Dominica to face Canada in round 2 of the World Cup qualifier. Welcome to 767 News, Dominica's #1 news source. I'm Alicia George. We'll be right back with the latest news and developments after this break.
Pay absolutely nothing down and nothing further until Easter this carnival at Courts. Yes, it's time to head down to Courts and get everything for your home today and pay absolutely nothing until Easter. Offer applies to credit purchases 24 months and over. Plus, we'll even give you a chance to trade in your old item for something brand new for a nice discount. Up to $400 off. We'll even haul away the old item when we deliver the new. You've got to rush down to Courts today and enjoy this carnival with nothing down and absolutely nothing to pay until Easter. Plus, trade in for a discount. Courts, bringing value home.
Welcome back. In tonight's newscast, the government of Dominica has reiterated its plans for the development of the Kalinago people. Minister of Kalinago Affairs and Parliamentary Representative of the Salibia constituency, Honorable Cassius Daru, spoke to some of those plans during an official site visit of the Kalinago territory, where a family received a new home from the government.
We have the Salibia Health Center, for example. We are trying our best to see how we can make it into one of those major health facilities in the territory. We had a meeting with some guys from Public Works, the technical people, looking at the site for the cassava processing plant, which we are hoping that we can start very soon. So soon we are going to have the lighting and upgrading of Jolly John's, which I think is going to add another aspect to our social and physical well-being.
Daru said that the DLP government will continue its Housing Revolution program to help citizens improve their living standards.
Of course, housing continues. It's an ongoing process, and with the assistance of the government of Dominica, we are definitely going to continue with the housing revolution. One of those other things we are going to do is to create a venues where persons can be employed so that they can at least meet themselves halfway, as the government is meeting them halfway in terms of improving our housing issues.
Minister Daru also noted that plans are to focus on decreasing unemployment in the Salibia constituency by creating more jobs for the residents of that area. And more good news for the people of the Kalinago territory, as they are set to receive improved medical care following a donation by Dr. Nicole Satterfield and her colleagues from Northern Carolina. Dr. Satterfield is a second-year family medical resident in Carolina who got engaged in the Ross University School of Medicine's RUSM Salibia Club during her residency on island in the 2000s. As part of her residency, Dr. Satterfield and her colleagues had the opportunity to take advantage of elective away time, where they would focus on areas that are underserved clinically.
We have an opportunity in our residency program to do elective away time, where we actually get credit in our residency program to travel abroad and work in rural communities, or develop, become more aware of a culture, work with people in areas that are underserved. So we were brainstorming on where can we go, what can we do, and we were drawn back to Dominica, and especially to work in the Kalinago territory, as it was so inspiring, and we did know that it's one of the more underserved areas in Dominica.
The donation of equipment and medication will be handed over to the Salibia Mission Project, SMP, for use at the various clinics and health centers.
We also have been working on getting donations that we could bring out to the clinic, as I know it's hard to always ship things in. It's expensive and there's customs and whatnot. So we have over 100 pounds of supplies, including blood pressure cuffs, medications, urgent care supplies, gauze, bandages. We have glucometers, we have pulse ox pulse oximetry meters. So we have a lot of supplies that we're going to give to the SMP club that they're going to use in the territory to help the people there.
The group will also provide a monetary donation of US $800, compliments the hospital and the doctors and physicians in Northern Carolina. Dr. Satterfield anticipates making many more visits to Dominica.
We're also looking into we're probably going to come back next year, so this is a great opportunity to, establish this relationship. I myself, I have family in Dominica, so I know I'll be coming continually throughout my life. And we'd really like to work closely with the Kalinago territory and do as much as we possibly can and come back, bring more residents, bring supplies, and do whatever we can to help.
And in more stories, the Dominica National Council of Women, DNCW, is concerned about the number of women who are reportedly abused. President of the DNCW, Vanya David, spoke to the issue when she addressed the council's annual general meeting held at the National Development Foundation's conference room on Monday.
For the year between 2013 and November 2014, there were too many cases. The abuse cases, even one, is much too much. We say 47. The number for the last year includes 33 female, which gives us 89% of our cases, and 4 male, which is 10% of our cases. You can understand why I say this far too many.
David says based on the statistics, 21 women suffered physical and psychological abuse, which translates to 51%. 9 suffered financial and emotional abuse, which is 24%, and 4 endured sexual and emotional abuse, 10%, while 3 were subjected to all forms of abuse, 8%. Meanwhile, David said despite the major financial challenges, the council has been able to implement a number of programs geared at supporting abused women.
The council successfully implements and complements a 2-year program called Gender Equality, Food Security and Sustainable Development from 2012 to 2014. This project focused on the growing of onion and sorrel by the agricultural women's movement of the North and Northeast. This program is ongoing and we are now looking at another phase of this project.
She said a new non-governmental coalition was formed in March of 2014, which has allowed the council to make changes for the betterment of the most vulnerable amongst them. The DNCW has also met on numerous occasions to discuss and take action on various issues, including youth at risk, individuals with disabilities, and other disenfranchised Dominicans.
Events on behalf of women of Dominica is one of the core mandates of our organization. Therefore, I must highlight the island-wide Blow the Horn motorcade that took place on February 22, 2014, organized by the Bureau of Gender Affairs. This interest in the motorcade insists and itself, and then the rally that follows was outstanding. This shows that the message of ending violence against women is being well received.
David stated while men are more likely to be the subject of violent crimes, including homicides, women are much more likely to be attacked by their husbands or individuals. The DNCW president added that studies have revealed that most of the gender-based violence are perpetrated by men against women. And a number of individuals were presented with awards and certificates during a recognition ceremony organized by the Salibia Mission Project, SMP Board of Directors, and the Ross University School of Medicine's Salibia Club last Friday. Among those recognized were former Kalinago Chief Garnet Joseph, who was awarded for his role in establishing a new health center in the Salibia community, Nurse Doreen Etienne, Gerald Langley, Dr. Rachel Andrews, Kalinago Chief Charles Williams, Tina Alexander, founder of Lifeline Ministries, and Dr. Worrell Sanford. All of the awardees played a vital role in contributing to the success of SMP and its contributions to the Kalinago territory. Dr. Worrell Sanford, believed to be the only Kalinago MD who existed in Dominica in 2002, received particular recognition for leading the charge to upgrade a clinic in the Salibia community, where he demonstrated every 2 weeks how medical care was delivered.
Dr. Worrell Sanford was, as I mentioned before, the inspiration for the Salabia Mission Project, because when he returned as an MD, he never forgot his people, and he came to serve his people and brought some of us from Ross along, and that was the source of the inspiration that became the partnership now between the Ross students and the Kalinago people.
In 2004, the only clinic in Salibia and a nearby primary school was condemned following a landslide in the area. The Carib Council, headed by former Carib Chief Garnet Joseph, later decided to open an early childhood center, making it available for clinical services for the residents of the Kalinago territory. The Salibia Mission Project and students at the Ross University were instrumental in the establishment and operation of that facility. The SMP further continued its contribution by providing scholarships for a number of Kalinago students to become registered nurses at the Dominica State College. All of these students now serve the constituency.
I'm proud of the students for what they stepped up and determined that they wanted to do, and the board for working to negotiate that. And I also am very proud of all of you who took advantage of that program, because you have achieved what we hoped, which was bringing that skill to people who would assure that we would have that skilled people who cared about the folks on the territory, and that would not simply take their RNs and accept jobs in some other country. All of our people are serving here.
Howley referred to each of the initiatives as great investments. The recognition ceremony took place on the Dean's Patio at the Ross University School of Medicine, Portsmouth campus. Up next, Minister of Gender Affairs calls on women to reflect on their actions, and Jeraine Joseph is Mademoiselle Francophone 2015. More details when we return.
Count your Thursdays and win up to $24,000 in cash. For every $9 spent on Big 4, you get a raffle ticket to enter our weekly draws to win $4,000 cash every Thursday for 6 weeks. The more you spend, the more tickets you get, the better your chances of winning every Thursday. That's $24,000 in cash. So play Big 4, count your Thursdays and win up to $24,000 in cash. Only from the Dominica National Lottery. Promotion starts from February 24th to April 2nd.
Young people from across the island came together on Saturday, March 28, 2015, for the National Youth Rally held at the Point Michelle playing field. The theme for this year's Youth Rally, Blessed are the Pure in Heart, was fully endorsed throughout the rally by guest speakers and performances by various youth groups. Minister for Youth, Sports, Culture and Community Empowerment, Honorable Justina Charles, addressed the young people with words of advice on including Christ in their lives.
I want us not just to sing the song, but to live the songs of praise. They are powerful and they are meaningful in our lives. And I know as young people, some of you are faced with challenges that sometimes create serious difficulty for you to continue in your everyday life. And so, as Father, when he prayed, said, we cannot do anything without Christ. And I can speak to you from experience. Once you've put Christ at the center of your life, there is no war, there is no battle, there is no situation that you will not be able to deal with.
Honorable Charles also noted that the young people are the leaders of today and not just the future, and they should understand that everything that they do in present day will impact the future that they are to lead. Also present at the youth rally was a reigning Miss Dominica, Odessa Eli, who spoke to the youth on staying focused on the right path with God present.
Our theme is one of the Beatitudes. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. We are not too young to examine this theme and see how it actually applies to our lives. As young people, we are often faced with distractions, but we need to take some time to focus on what is really important. Our perception is powerful. Our minds are powerful. Many of us may be faced with different challenges throughout our lives, but what do we do when these struggles come our way? We think about the situation and we often ask, where is God? Well, I'm sure that many of us have asked the question, where is God, before, and God is really always there. He's right there, waiting for us to see Him and to talk to Him. It is very easy to lose faith whenever something bad happens. But this is why we need to perceive positivity amidst all the negativity that may surround us. If our minds remain focused on God, we're going to get out of all the struggles that we face.
Performances in song, dance, and theatrical display came from youth groups from the parishes of St. Luke, St. Teresa, and Our Lady of La Soie, among others. The National Youth Rally is a yearly event which is held during Lent to further encourage the youth to live a life with Christ. And in other stories, Jeraine Joseph of the Goodwill Primary School has won a trip for two and a tablet from Digicel among many other prizes after she copped the title of Mademoiselle Francophone 2015 last Saturday. Joseph, who represented the country of Tunisia, received the awards for Best Talent and Best Francophone Wear following a well-put-together show at the Arawak House of Culture. Reniska Capris of the Convent Preparatory School representing Burundi placed first runner-up, while second runner-up position went to Nicole Anselm of the Grand Fort Primary School, who represented Rwanda. Capris grabbed the award for Best French Oral Representation.
Je m'appelle Reniska Capris. Cocheuse, qui signifie en français cocheuse, parce que je suis comme un enfant trop désiré de ma maman. J'habite dans la paix et dans une communauté de Wallons.
Kezzy Vigilant from the Casa Bruce Primary School, who represented Canada, received the award for Best French Fashion Wear, while Soldier Wigan from the Roseau Primary School, who represented Morocco, received the special award. Other participants included Jasmine Benjamin from the Warner Primary School, who represented Vietnam, and Sunaj Couriet from the St. Martin Primary, who represented Egypt. The 7 participants were judged in French oral presentation, performing talent, French fashion wear, and Francophone wear. And that's it for local news. The latest in sports news is coming up next with Larry, so stay tuned.
Pay absolutely nothing down and nothing further until Easter this carnival at Courts. Yes, it's time to head down to Courts and get everything for your home today and pay absolutely nothing until Easter. Offer applies to credit purchases 24 months and over. Plus, we'll even give you a chance to trade in your old item for something brand new for a nice discount. Up to $400 off. We'll even haul away the old item when we deliver the new. You've got to rush down to Courts today and enjoy this carnival with nothing down and absolutely nothing to pay until Easter. Plus, trade in for a discount. Courts, bringing value home.
Good evening and welcome to 767 Sports. In tonight's coverage, we begin with basketball. The Dominica Grammar School boys defeated the Goodwill Secondary School boys at the Dominica Grammar School's hard court on Friday, March 27th with a score of 64-30. For the DGS, top scorers were Durrell Peter, 16 points and 8 rebounds, and Gael John Baptiste, 13 points and 10 rebounds. The qualifiers for the semi-finals have already been determined in both male and female categories. However, the matchups are still pending the results of the remaining 4 matches. In the boys division, Northeast Comprehensive School and Portsmouth Secondary School have qualified as first and second respectively in Zone B. Fairchild Secondary School and the Dominica State College will meet on Wednesday, April 1st at the Dominica Grammar School to determine the first and second place teams between them in Zone A. In the girls division, Portsmouth Secondary School and Castlebrook Secondary School have qualified in that order in Zone B. However, the Dominica State College and the Dominica Grammar School will play round 2 of their series of matches on Tuesday, March 31st to determine the matchups of the semi-finals. The DGS goes in with the advantage of having beaten the DSC in round 1. In football, Canada will start its 2018 World Cup qualifying CONCACAF match against Dominica. Dominica, ranked number 181 in the world by FIFA, disposed of number 201 British Virgin Islands 3-2 on aggregate after a 0-all tie on Sunday. Captain of the Dominica national football team, Glenson Prince, said he was pleased with the performance of the team in Game 2 on Sunday.
In the first half, our main objective was to keep it tight. For 45 minutes, we kept it tight. It was 0-0. We went out there. We were looking to get a goal to settle in nerves, and give the fans something, because the fans, believe me, they were tremendous tonight. The performance was good. It was an improvement. We had a number of opportunities, but once again, our Achilles heel, we are not scoring goals.
You played much better football today, like you said, compared to Thursday, but on Thursday you managed to pick up a win. This time the better brand of football didn't give you the win. Your comments on not moving ahead to facing Canada?
Well, sometimes they say the better team doesn't always win, and we scored three goals on Thursday. I can't say that we were the better team. We were the better team in the second half, that's for sure. But it was very, very important for us to get the away goals, because we were unable to score today, but what was most important, we did not concede.
Prince commended Randolph Peltier for another impressive performance which boosted the confidence of the team. Meanwhile, head coach of the BVI, Avondale Williams, said his team put on a much better performance than that of their first game.
They actually put up a good fight tonight, I must say. We had our chances in our first half and lately coming on in mid-second half. But unfortunately, we didn't capitalize on the things that we got, and we just end up and drew the game. So I must say congratulations to Dominica and wish them all the best as they move on.
Okay, where does the BVI football team go from here? A lot of work went into preparing for the World Cup qualifiers. Where do you go from here?
Well, actually, as you can see, it's kind of difficult for us in terms of preparation sometimes, because as you can see, we have to come here in Dominica and play both games on a field because of our we not having a field in the British Virgin Islands to actually train as a team. So it's kind of very difficult for working out tactics and different technical point of view. So hopefully coming for the next World Cup or even the Caribbean Cup, we should be able to get ourselves together and move on.
Canada, which is ranked 116th, will host Dominica on June 8th at Toronto's BMO Field, while the return leg is scheduled for June 16th. The Canada-Dominica winner will advance to the third round of CONCACAF qualifying, along with the 9 other second-round winners, plus Jamaica and Haiti, for another home and an away series. And in more football, New India Goodwill Runners emerged champions of the 2014-2015 Domlec Women's League. Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Football Association, Gerald Judge, has more details.
In the final match of the season to decide the championship on Saturday at the Windsor Park Stadium between title contenders New Generation Sports Club and Maho Soka Strikers, the girls from Maho spoiled the party for New Generation by defeating them 2-1. Michelin Morgan scored in the first half to give Soka Strikers a 1-0 advantage at the interval. In the second match, Romelsia Phillips scored for Soka Strikers to put the trophy out of reach of New Generation. Tamanfia Joseph scored from the penalty spot to pull one of Generation, but it was too little too late. New Generation ended the season on 33 points, with New India Good Brawlers at the top with 34 points and yet another title.
And that's it for tonight's Sportscast. Tune in again tomorrow for more sports news.
That was Larry with the latest in sports. Now for a recap of tonight's headline stories. Government of Dominica reiterates plans for the development of the Kalinago people. President of the National Council of Women concerned at the rate of abuse against women. National Youth Rally speakers encourages young people to be pure in heart. And in sports, Dominica to face Canada in round 2 of the World Cup qualifier. And that's all the time we have for now. Until tomorrow, drop us an email at media@767news.dm, friend us on Facebook, and be sure to like our 767 News page. From all of us on the 767 News production team, I'm Alicia George, wishing you a wonderful evening, and thanks for watching.